So this video is the last one that I have from the 2023 Altoona N Scale Weekend train show, and I've been meaning to put it together for a while, and since we're less than a week away from the 2024 show, I figured now is as good a time as any to finally get this one out. So this is the Free-moN layout that they had upstairs. I was introduced to the Free-moN concept the previous year when I went to Altoona, and I found it pretty fascinating because they had a really large area that was just filled with this massive layout with all of these modules. And the 2023 show, it was upstairs in its own room, and it was just huge. So basically, Free-moN is a modular layout standard that it's very flexible with the size and shape of the modules, but very specific about the end plate at each end of the module so that you can properly mate the modules together. And this enables people to get pretty creative and do whatever they want with their modules as long as it meets the specification at each end. And they also have some specifics about the type of track and the radius, minimum radius curve and the turnouts and whatnot. But most of the specification is related to the height and the end plates and how they connect together. And as I put all these clips together, I just take a walk around the room so that you can see the entire layout. And some of the modules, they have really great scenery on them. Some of them aren't finished yet. The focus of the Free-moN standard is realistic operation. Not as much, I guess with some of the other modular layouts, what you see is real focus on the scenery or making a scene on the module, and the track is just kind of run along the front. You see that with N track and T track. But with Free-moN, it's kind of designed to be going, running through the scenery, and it's focused on big, long single track and double track lines, running trains, doing realistic operations. As there are a few modules you'll see as I walk around the layout where they were trying to do realistic signaling, and they actually modeled very specific intersections and road crossings and things. And they didn't have the scenery done yet, so in lieu of the scenery, they had actually printed out like the Google satellite view of the realistic location that they were modeling, and then had the track laid over it, and they have the signals working. So it's a little different focus than the other modular standards. So I guess I'll go ahead and read this little blurb off their website. Initially, there was the standard for Free-moN, which is a free-form modular standard, and then Free-moN, of course, is the N scale variant of that, because the original Free-moN was HO. So the standard promotes and even forces prototypical appearance and operations by using a single or double-tracked main line running roughly through the middle of the scenery, resulting in prototypical point-to-point or loop-to-loop configurations and operation. The following list summarizes the spirit and benefits of Free-moN over existing modular N-scale standards, designed to satisfy the needs of the advanced modeler over the needs of the beginner and general public. It incorporates a comfortable working and viewing height for adults of 50 inches from the floor, specifies code 55 rail for the main with a minimum 22-inch radius and number 6 turnouts, encourages layouts that are optimized for prototypical look and operations, maximizes flexibility for module design and shape by specifying only the end plate interface and mainline track standards. Simple end plate specification allows for easy integration into home layouts. And I'll I'll break in reading this, and that's one thing that has really jumped out at me because in designing my own layout in the basement, sometimes I think maybe I should do build some modules if I ever get involved in a club or want to go to a show. That might be a way to participate, but finding a way to work that in to a layout. And once I saw Free-moN, I thought maybe I'll do something there. Like I could see being able to work that into, because I'm doing a shelf layout, and it's mostly going to have a single track mainline. So I could probably work a couple pieces of that shelf layout, as long as it had the end plates. I could probably work something in there. Or if you had like a peninsula or something that stuck out that could be removed and taken to a show, that's kind of a neat idea as well. Let's see, going back to this, it encourages a loose association among individuals free of club or group requirements, membership dues, etc. And that's something to keep in mind. Like when they have these shows, this particular layout was brought together by a club, Free-moN, Nebraska, using the N off of Free-moN. But I'm sure, folks from other clubs could kind of, do a little bit of collaboration there. Standardized scenery at the end plates to merge visually in adjacent modules. DCC, LocoNet, Digitrax control throughout for maximum flexibility. And rolling stock that meets or exceeds NMRA standards for reliability. And these standards allow for module construction that is free-form between the end plates, resulting in flexible and adaptable layout configurations to fit any available space. So I think it's a pretty neat idea. So hopefully, I'm not going to talk through this whole thing. So just go ahead and watch and see how this layout came together. I think it's pretty fascinating. So enjoy, and hopefully we'll have more videos from 2024 Altoona N Scale Weekend. As of this recording, that's in 6 days, I think. So I'll have some more content to bring to you. Hopefully it doesn't take me a year to get them out. So all right, catch you next time.
Get it all?
Yeah, I hope so. I just stand perfectly still for 1 minute and a half.
You gotta get one of those Osmos.
I really should, yeah.
Like, I was shocked when I saw that they were only like $100, and I was like this close to getting one before I came.
And most of my bundle had to go just getting here, so.
Yeah.
But I think I got a good shot.
Excellent.
I managed to trail it going through that entire. Maybe go on Pornhub,
Yeah, hey,
Train goes through.
Yeah, exactly. like, over there. This is fun event. Like, we got to tour the whole thing. Like,
Something I love to fun VHS tape of those two trucking Jeeps switching off the line.
oh my god. Every once in a while, I'll come across those photos that like right after December Day, or right after Christmas Day, we saw the last two Jeep 40, or like the 40-2 and the 38 or whatever it was.
I got my years mixed up. I was thinking it was 09 that we had that epic test and tested 50 chase out in Mexico.
No, it was like,
08.
yeah. I still can't believe that I somehow got one of those photos. Either real pictures. Like I like touched it up and cleaned it up, and it like.
I'm nice fly back a little bit. I just want to be careful when I'm not flying.
Yeah,
Too
see,
high to hit the ceiling or too
I
low to mess up with the
I mean,
bottom.
I fly big planes, but I get nervous when you're flying over these things.
Yeah, I know getting the downdraft this thing is a good bit for being a small drone.
Yeah, you could. Uh-oh, traffic jam.
Traffic jam.
Come on over. Take your time. Well, you're not going to go like a foot off.
No,
You're going to be at least 3-4 feet up.
Oh, even better. I don't want to do a flyover of it.
Do you have a zoom on this?
I do have a zoom.
Oh, good. Then you don't have to be